Addiction, and I have Therese and Alex back again, the co-host, the God team, ready to rock. Love it. Tonight we're gonna be taking on the monster that is Stray Kids. So this is going to be a heavily multi-part series, as very similarly we've done on the channel on YouTube. If you want to go check that out, as similarly to Dreamcatcher, we did multiple sessions of this. So I think for the most part, if Therese is correct, we are doing most of the title tracks, or all of them.
We are going to go through their music videos, some performance videos, all the way up to God's Menu. So everything up to the Go Live album.
Ooh.
And it's kind of like their early stages success. So,
okay, so it's the
before they saw the
ages.
huge outburst of
Right.
post God's Menu.
From my understanding, is not even really quite close to the end.
It's not even close. I mean, they grew astronomically. So they were already going to be a big group. Everyone knew that because they were from one of the big three. Okay. But the success they found after God's Menu was pretty unprecedented, even despite all of what people thought.
I'm not ready for this mountain to climb, but we're going to do it anyway. You know, we got the dream
team. It's a big one.
We're doing it.
This is arguably the biggest talked about K-pop group in America, at least. They are very active. They literally just announced, I think it was today or yesterday, that they were going to do a collab with Lil Durk. Shout out to Lil Durk.
I did see that.
Yeah, they are huge. They have a really amazing big following. And the following can be a little scary because, like any big group, it's scary interacting with people that are such huge fans. So, big disclaimers. Number one, I am a huge fan of Stray Kids. You can count on that. I have their poster in the background. I got their merch from their tour. I am a huge fan, but I am no expert. I am not doing a thesis on Stray Kids. I'm just another fan. Same with these guys. Do you guys, how much Stray Kids do you guys know?
Yeah, so I am a very casual fan, and I would say I was a bigger fan probably up until about God's Menu stuff, and then I just kind of fell off.
Okay.
So I think I know a lot of the earlier stuff, big fan of a lot of the earlier stuff. More of the recent stuff, or maybe like the middle of their career stuff, I'm not as familiar with it. Some of it I'm sure I've heard, but yeah, I was pretty into them back when I was like a little more deep into like some boy groups and stuff back in debut era and earlier stuff. So a little bit of a casual fan. I know some names. I know about Three Racha. I know, I've seen like a couple live streams and stuff, but yeah, that's about the extent of my knowledge.
Okay.
My knowledge is non-existent, just in case anybody was aware.
Yeah, Brandon's at base level.
I'm a baby. I'm baby. Yeah, I don't know anything. I just know the name. That's it.
Yeah, this is all basically a ploy to get Brendan super into K-pop.
As well, this whole saga has been, so I appreciate everybody welcoming with open arms, you know, so I appreciate it.
If it's anybody's first time tuning into the series or the stream, or if you're watching on YouTube, we are basically week by week going through different K-pop groups, exploring discographies, exploring what they have, you know, on the table, kind of introducing Brandon to a lot of stuff as he's sort of getting into K-pop, kind of going off of me and Therese's groups that we like, and kind of
our personal recommendations.
Recommendations that are given to us, and we're sort of just
go with the flow,
having fun with it, checking out groups and getting to know you know, different facets of K-pop. So if there's groups you want to see us cover, suggestions, we may have already done them, or we might have them on the table, or we might not have a plan for them yet. So everything, we would like to get to a ton of groups. So if there's anyone you want to see or anything you want us to cover, let us know. We'll add it to the list.
I will also suggest that we have 2 posts on the YouTube page on the community tab. One's for guys groups and one's for girls groups. So if you do have any suggestions, leave them there. It might take you a little bit to scroll back to get to those community posts, but they're on there and I check them. So if you have any groups or people that you suggested, because I've gotten some people that have commented on some of the videos we've done, make a comment over there. It's the best way I can keep an eye on like some of the groups, and then at least like ask Therese, ask Alex, hey, have you heard of this group? What do you think about them? What type of knowledge do you know about them? And then we kind of go from there. It's been fun to have some of the groups there that we have no information on. I think for most of them, haven't heard of any of the groups, so I'm just new in general. But I think there's some groups that I've done with Alex where Alex has known those groups, and then obviously Therese is the newest addition, so we've been adding her on, and I think she's going to be getting us more into more guys groups. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. Maybe we'll cross the BTS mountain. I don't know. That's a well down the line, and when I have a little bit more thicker skin. So we'll find out. But anyway, I'm excited for Stray Kids. So
Stray Kids. So obviously none of us are experts. There are plenty of people out there that have done great YouTube videos on Stray Kids. So if you think we're not giving the best recommendations for this video, go ahead and comment your recommendations for whatever else we should check out. If you disagree with our opinions, that's our opinion. Sorry. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So thank you all. Stay. I really love you guys. I am not an active Stay, which is their fandom name, if you guys didn't know. But I do have a lot of root in Stray Kids. They are absolutely one of my top 3 favorite groups of all time.
Very sick.
Yeah. And all of their success is well deserved, I'd say. So yeah, let's get into it. So since we're starting, we're just doing up to the Go Live album, to restate. Just getting into their formation as a group. They were formed under one of the big 3 companies, JYP or JYP Entertainment. They were brought together with one member. His name is Bang Chan, and he basically got 8 other guys and formed the group and went to JYP himself and was like, hey, we want to debut. And JYP basically set up a survival show for them. I think it was just called the Stray Kids Survival Show, or Stray Kids. And the premise was essentially that these 9 kids want to debut together, and JYP has to put together groups to compete against those 9 kids to make sure they're good enough to debut. And if you know anything from debut shows or competition shows, there usually is like a lineup, or there is a setup to get people hyped about the group, but they will eventually debut. There was a lot of drama with, maybe this person won't debut in the group. Maybe it'll just be 8 members. Maybe it'll just be 7. Mm-hmm. They did end up debuting all 9, and that was a big factor for them. So they have a lot of lyrics that are like Stray Kids 9 or none. Like they want to be together. Currently, they only have 8 members, but we'll get into that closer towards what happened there. But we're just gonna go through as they are currently 9 members at debut up until God's Menu, so we can check them out as a group.
And when did they debut, Therese? Like, when was their like?
They had a pre-debut single, which is the first one I think on the playlist, Hellevator.
Yep.
So yeah, this was end of 2017.
Ooh. Yes, 2017 on the video. Yeah, that too. Didn't even read.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
So I'm pretty sure this was pre-debut, and then debut.
Like the debut is District 9, which looks like it was March 26, 2018.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
If that date is correct on the YouTube video, from what I'm seeing.
Could be. pretty close
Therese,
around it.
do you know when they first put out a video as an 8-member group?
Or a 9-member
mean,
group?
like,
An 8-member group?
Yeah, like their first title track.
I want to say it was Levanter,
Okay.
but I could be wrong.
Okay, that's okay. We can figure it out. I just trying
Yeah.
to think about it in my head because the stuff I'm familiar with from Stray Kids is their earlier stuff, but I
Right.
can't remember
Yeah.
where that took place.
Correct us in the comments. You're open to correct us.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm wrong, let me know. I know the least amount, so you need to correct me.
That's right.
It's Juster and says Stray Kizzy. All right. Well, I think we need to start. So we'll start off with Hellevator. This is a pre-debut. Let's go.
I would recommend putting the subtitles on.
Okay.
멀어져가는 것을 목도 낯선 길 위에 지치리도 목도 없이 내가 많은 길을 가는 가이다 팔지도도 하나 없이 위로 가는 길은 절대 다시 뒤로 가기 싫어 막막한 미로야 피는 무대신 피땀 흘리며 나를 빌어 사람들은 내게 말해 그 정도의 고비는 지나가는 소나기라고 성공을 앞두라면 두려워도 실패라는 덫이 갈라고 그래 나는 고통이란 미끼를 더 섞은 채 방황하는 거야 지친 열정의 날개를 잠시 접어둔 채 더럽지 어둠 터는 손을 밟고 있어 내게 잔인하고 두려운 나를 홀로 버티고 있어 손을 밀어도 날 잡아줄 사람은 아무도 없어 내 앞에 내 눈물을 타고 위로 빠져나가고 있어
No, I enjoyed this one a lot. I thought it was very good. I will say it's kind of I picked up on this. I imagine obviously as they get older as a group, I did notice that like looking at them and just listening to like their rap, like the way that their rap cadence is and the way that they look, I'm just like I feel like the aggressive tonality that you have with your voice just doesn't like sync up. Like I look at them and I'm like.
Yeah, because they're so young.
Is he gonna
funny
really
seeing
rap
them-
with that type of energy? You know,
Like I just watched they just did a performance at the VMAs, right?
Mhm.
I believe so.
Yeah, I just watched that, and seeing them in this video compared to how they look like right now, I'm like, oh my god, they're babies.
Yeah.
Especially like Bangchan, he's like
Yeah,
looks like a
they
child.
still got the like the baby cheeks.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually don't
sure.
even really recognize some of them as much as I thought I would, which is probably just like a gradual over time thing.
Sure.
Yeah, they've found a lot of their they've gotten a
Style.
lot more into their like personal styles
Hell
now,
yeah.
and it's
Love
really
that.
cool to see.
Love
But
that
yeah,
for 'em.
so this I feel like you guys got a good feel for the group. Like it's very performance heavy. Definitely more rap than singing. And that's kind of what they were going for. The song was written by Three Racha. Three Racha is kind of a unit of Stray Kids. They consist of Bangchan, Han, and Changbin. So three of their rappers. They write pretty much all of their music. I think they're one of the top 20 of the idols listed under Kamka as like the most credited artists.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're all very involved in making their own music.
Yeah. I mean, I love the way it sounds. It's just I think they definitely have an like I'm curious to see because this is obviously pre-debut, but I think what I've noticed with doing these like deep dives has been cool to like listen to them from the very beginning and then ultimately get to the end of what they're doing like currently right now and just being like holy shit, like this is what they started off with and this is how they sound now. It's just like such a crazy direction that I you know, if I can put my thinking cap on, I imagine they're gonna like push it more even further. But no, I thought this was really solid. I think I don't know what the reception was like when it first released, but I would imagine it's probably I don't know comparatively to like, you know, girls groups, guys groups, how, you know, people stack up on that. But I mean, I liked it. I thought it was good. Good song.
I think people were down for the sound immediately.
I remember when this came out, hearing it, and really liking it when it came out. Which is crazy that I guess that was about 6 years ago, a little
Oh wow.
around 6 years ago, right? Because
Yeah.
listening to this back, I haven't listened to the song in probably a couple of years. I'm like, this. When we looked back and saw this came out in 2017, it like clicks because I'm like, this is a very 2017 sound. But I remember when it came out, being like,
fresh.
This is so fresh. This is so good. Like I love that like
that like EDM like
yeah, it's like almost like housey. What's that genre?
house.
Oh, like deep
bass
house.
Deep
Like
bass
yeah,
house?
like deep
Okay,
house,
deep
with, like,
house?
bass
Yeah,
house
okay.
with like
Yeah.
with like how the synths and
The
like,
build
how
up.
the vocal,
Or,
like
yeah.
the chopped up vocals and syncopation stuff's really cool.
Because this was coming off of dubstep, right? We were like
Yeah.
past dubstep.
You know what it was reminding me of a little bit in the way they had the bass modulation in the verses was 4 minutes hate, because it does a lot of the same, which it was produced by Skrillex, so that's why
What?
it probably gives you like similar dubstep vibes maybe. But the choruses aren't similar at all, and the structure of the song isn't similar, but they both use just very modulated bass
Okay.
for their verses, and it's just such a like a staple. It just brings you back to that time era.
I will say
it was such a staple.
Three Racha were not the only ones that were on this track. There was also Armadillo and Ranga, who I'm not familiar with, but they definitely had the JYP music team in this. And that's pretty similar for a lot of JYP groups. Even if the artists participate in the songwriting, they want a little more polish to be added.
Yeah.
And Stray Kids was one of the first groups that they were basically like, you can take care of everything, because their starting tracks were so good.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
cool.
think it was a very good song. I enjoyed it. Cloud says hello. What's going on, Cloud? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back again. And then he said that people will hate me, but this one sounds so like BTS.
I don't really agree. I think they were pretty smart with this song. It's very like BTS. They were early hip hop for sure, but they didn't get to the EDM levels that Stray Kids did. Well, maybe in some tracks, but it wasn't their primary focus.
Okay.
I think there's in
Yeah, I don't-
BTS one of the members even has like a folder on his computer that's like, I don't like EDM, but it's all the EDM songs he's had to work on. Alex's talking voice level.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of there are two Australian members, Bangchan, who I said like created the group sort of, and Felix, that are both from Australia, and they're fun. They're a fun crew.
I'm sure.
I do believe this was around the time that Nar got popularized, was during Bangchan's live streams when he was like, I don't say no weird. What do you mean Nar? No? Nar. Yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Right, Nar. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, you see him like hanging out and talking about Australian stuff. I don't we're American here, we're not.
We don't know.
All right, so for me, this song, I also remember seeing this when it came out. I love this song. I just think it's like, especially coming from Hellevator being like the only thing we'd heard previously. I was like, oh, they're going like aggressive. This is sick.
Yeah.
And it like shows it, like they were great rapping in Hellevator, but this shows off like the capabilities of the rap team.
Yeah,
in this
for
group
sure.
really well, especially for me, who I didn't watch their survival show or know anything about them prior to like these two music videos we've watched essentially. The rapping is so impressive. I think I'm not going to be able to name names properly other than a few members that I can recognize really easily. But the one rapper, I think, who went second in the verse that was Inside the Bus, where he kind of like raps off the beat a little bit. It's just super impressive. Like,
I'm pretty sure you're talking about Changbin. He's got like a gruff tone.
Yeah, and he does that like syncopated offbeat rap.
Mm-hmm.
His rapper call is yaw. So if you hear that before him,
that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Who are so are the rappers Changbin, Han? Is Felix technically a rapper as well? Kind of.
I think all of them are technically rappers except for Seungmin and Woojin.
We're doing the vocals, right?
Oh, and Ian
as well.
Yeah, is a vocalist. So I think there's only 3 vocalists in the 9-member group. Let me double check that.
Who are like the main 3 we usually get in like rap verses?
That's
I know it's Changbin, Han.
Yeah, Han and Bangchan probably. He gets a lot of the like pre-chorus or chorus rap parts. But yeah, those are the 3 that are writing the song. So the same team that did Hellevator did this song too. So
so if I'm hearing someone like they have a lot of songs where they have like really fast rap verses. Like where they're like spitting really hard. That's usually Changbin and Han then. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure I can get at least those 2 names when I'm hearing rappers, because I'm going to be praising the rap line a lot.
Yeah, same.
So as long as I can get like a 50-50 shot on like Changbin and Han, then
I will say they are definitely some of the best rappers in boy groups in K-pop. So you're starting in hot. Everyone else is just gonna pale.
You're starting off with the hot.
Probably not. But
no, I think I think what I loved about this song specifically was, I think very similarly to Hellevator, I like that song, and I agree with Alex that this just feels like that much more of a step up. Like, if I had just started off with this, and this obviously is the debut track, but like if I had jumped into Stray Kids with this song, I think I would be for sure a fan. Like, I love that, like, at least for the instrumentation is a little bit more rock, which is a little bit surprising to me, again coming from more of a metal background. Like, there's a lot more, there's like the incorporation of distorted guitar, which I don't find too often within K-pop, or at least in the way that it's utilized here. So I do appreciate the like a little bit more of a, I guess, more of an aggressive kind of way that they write music. I think that is kind of, I would argue, is kind of probably like a key marking of their group, is just, I think they strive to have songs that are a little bit more like punchier in your face, or a little bit more like not traditional from what I feel like people would expect from a guys group. So I appreciate that they got, the edge. They have this something about them that I think that really makes them stand out. And only for listening to two songs right now, I can already tell they I feel like they've pretty quickly picked up on the styling cues that they wanted to go for musically, and they kind of have stuck with it. And this feels like just again another iteration off of what I liked about Hellevator. I think they kind of are again going to be continuing to amp it up per each song, where they're just like, are we going to throw crazy shit at you? 100%. Are we going to have all of these insane rap parts back to back to back to back? Absolutely. And I think that they bring a really unique raw energy that I don't think I've listened to in girls groups as of yet. I mean, I'm sure there probably are there, but I feel like there's just something uniquely specific to Stray Kids where I feel like they have this sort of brute force energy that I'm I just feel amped up. I'm fuck, this is sick. I'm ready to just I'm ready to break down whatever District 9 is. It's going down. We're taking it. But yeah,
It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I do have a correction. According to Google, so take this with a grain of salt, but the rappers are Bangchan, Chanbin, Han, also Hyunjin, Felix, and they list Lino as a vocalist, but I'm pretty sure he was rapping in this video. It's interchangeable. Positions are all
Okay.
just optional anyway. Yeah.
Rules are
All right,
made
no
up.
big
It's
deal.
fine. It's okay.
I do want to say other things I liked in this video. Big fan of water choreography.
Oh
yeah.
Fire.
Always.
Second favorite K-pop
So
trope.
yeah, so obviously Stray Kids are one of those groups that when I used to watch a lot of their videos and was more in deep, I would watch a lot of their dance practices because one, they're all really impressive dancers. They have I think they have some of the most fun choreography. Especially some of the songs we haven't even gotten into yet, but songs that I think have some of my favorite choreo in K-pop in general. So getting to highlight some of the choreo in this video is really cool. I love the whole dark aesthetic, dark atmosphere going on, the dancing, the choreography shots in the water, very fun. I also love it's kind of an old trope or kind of an easy camera trick, not even a trick, just an old trope, I guess, but the whole scene where they're in the bus and I think it was Bangchan was motioning with his arm and then the camera was moving in the directions that he was moving his arm. I was oh, it's such an easy little stupid thing to do, but it adds a lot more. It adds so much movement.
And the camera moved, to pan to the next person.
It adds a lot of movement and adds a lot of impact to the shots, and it just makes it more just makes everything hit a little bit harder.
I'll add on to that zoom in too. I don't know if you guys noticed the where they zoomed in and zoom, especially I feel a lot of TikToks that I see now is those ones where they zoom in, you hear you see people moving around like this, and I guess because of the motion blur.
Oh, the body zoom?
Yeah, the body zoom kind of thing.
You?
I feel that was that was integrated into this music video, and that this obviously predates that. So I was whoa, that's fucking sick. I was that I obviously was not planned or whatever, but because this predates,
you can tell,
but it's so sick. It was awesome.
You can tell as they get more and more music videos, they get a higher and higher budget, and their editing team is grade A. Yeah.
Let's go.
It's really exciting.
All right.
Cool.
Therese.
Cool. Yeah, I love this song. Oh, and we haven't really talked about the lyrics much. I did suggest that we turn on the subtitles because since they're writing all of their songs, they have a lot of relevant lyrics. So if you notice, Hellevator was kind of we're diving into the idol industry, we're about to debut. This one is we're debuting, but you don't know us yet. So they're just trying to make themselves known. All of their songs are, I wouldn't say they're deep, but they're very personal. Yeah. So it adds a little more to them performing, I think.
Gotta love it. That's awesome.
Some of their songs are deep, of course, but I don't know if we're gotten there completely.
We will
One
though.
thing
I'm
I
sorry.
one thing I have always thought about Stray Kids and their lyrics, is that, you know, knowing that through Racha and obviously like Bangchan being a big part of that as a producing, uh, it has made for a lot of non-cringe English in their songs, which is
Yeah.
not
2 thumbs
not
up.
often the case with
Right.
a lot of groups, even groups that do have fluent English speaking members. They're either just not involved in like the production, or just it gets by.
Or they're just not very good writers of rap.
Yeah,
That's fine.
but
Yeah.
I think like
Yeah.
their production team, like having Bang Chan and like them being so involved, has not only led to like obviously like good lyrics, but the lyrics flowing really well, and like the English being good, and it like all making sense, and I think it also really helps with the songs come off as more personal, and they have like more meaning, because I know some of like their fan songs and stuff have been like had really nice lyrics, and they probably mean a lot more coming directly from the artist, rather than, hey, this producer in Sweden wrote you guys a fan song, why don't you get it in the studio and record it. Instead it's like, oh, like Stray Kids themselves wrote this, and it comes across as personal, because it, you know, they're including lyrics about their struggles and their growth, and like stuff directly,
It's genuine.
yeah,
Yeah.
genuine stuff from like their interactions with fans and stuff. So I'm sure that all comes across really well. I mean, I do think it comes across very well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's something I always noticed listening, that even their older stuff is like the lyrics are very, all makes sense. You know what I
No,
mean?
it's on
It's
point.
what we talked about with XG, where they have a lot of really good wordplay and
조급할 필요 없어 my pace 비교 따윈 하지마 천천히 달려도 괜찮아 나의 길을 따라 my life 급한 맘 내려놔 나만 보고 달려가 난 아직 나의 목적지가 어딘지
Interesting.
몰라 I don't know
저기 결승선에 내 모습이 어떤 모습일지 몰라 I want to know 하지만 일단 내 앞에 길을 달려 고민은 다 헷갈린 길에서
그때까지는 자꾸 나의 앞을 돌아보지 마 잊지만 my speed my limit my pace
조급할 필요 없어 my pace 비교 따윈 하지마 천천히 달려도 괜찮아
나의 길을 따라 my life 급한 맘 내려놔 나만 보고 달려가
Ready? Let's go
Just stay in my lane
Yeah, that was great.
Great stuff.
That was a
Great
banger.
stuff.
I'm not gonna lie. That was hard.
I'm glad.
I gotta-
I'm glad the intro didn't really turn you off because that was a very contentious subject at the time.
Yeah, I gotta say off rip, when this song came out originally, it did turn me off. Like it was just like a little cheese, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
I like a little cheese.
But now, yeah, now I'm in. Now I like,
Yeah.
I
Now
like
I'm
this a
in.
lot more. I mean, I grew to like it more over time, but like now I can appreciate it a lot. This song is so good.
It is hard.
something-
It's hard.
I think obviously like I'm gonna say it in every song, but the rap section incredible.
Oh, crush.
But I really, really loved the vocals towards the end, like the bridge area, starting with Felix, I think, until right before that last chorus kicked in. There's a lot of really like high vocal layering in there that I
Yes,
definitely
yeah.
missed in previous listens of the song, but sound really good. Also noticed that I think it was Hyunjin did have a rap verse in this.
Yeah.
So someone that I normally wouldn't think of as like one of the main rappers. I know he does have some rap sections, but cool to see that in the next song we listen to. I'm like, oh yeah, there he is rapping. So very good.
He spoke it into
Yeah.
existence.
The guy who started the song with the nah 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 nah
Yeah.
that's Changbin. And he yeah, when he did that, a lot of people were like, man, I don't like his rapping. Man, I hate
Nah,
that's ridiculous. And I think
He's great.
I think it was kind of a make or break. Like either you like it or you don't. But it did add a lot more to the song than just having
for sure,
a typical chorus.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of gave me a little Wario energy, and I'm about it. You know.
Oh, that's good. That's
He's
good.
like,
Yeah.
"Wah," you know, like he's feeling it.
It
you know,
is.
feeling
It is a
himself,
little
yeah.
Wario.
It's
You're
a little
right.
Wario, you know. So I was vibing. That hit, and I was like, all right. I was like, little cheese, but I like it. You know, I'm good. I'm good with the cheese. You know.
I
Not
will say
lactose intolerant here.
Changbin is my bias. So I always loved his rapping style. I thought it was so over the top, and I love cheese. I will eat up all the cheese. And Stray Kids knows what they're good at, and one of those things is cheese. Another thing that they're good at, and I don't know if you guys know this, is their sequential dance moves.
Yes. Holy shit.
Yeah, I noticed that in the one section where they were doing the thing where like they threw their arms up
Yeah.
in like a really, really nice line.
Yeah. I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
They are
Yeah, I
so
appreciate it.
coordinated. Like they are all on the
Geometry's
same
on
page.
point, yeah.
I love seeing their sequentials. They do it a lot more later. Like they do it with some really good stuff and side effects. Oh man, it's so crazy.
I love the choreo and side effects
Oh.
so much. That has to be like one of my like most replayed dance practices.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We're getting. Hopefully, we're getting into it tonight. You know, we'll see.
This is just another example of like super high energy Stray Kids, like between like the choreo, the rap verses, like just like the energy that like even Bangshan's bringing to the table with like that nah 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 nah.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
it's all like hype. As a package, it all comes together as like really energizing.
Mhm.
I will say it doesn't.
I love it.
You can't help but put like you can't help but listen to the song and have like a smile on your face. You know, there's something about
It's
like
true.
there's something about it where you're just like listening through, and I was just like I could just feel myself like feeling like the positive energy. You know, it was just like I was like, holy shit, I'm feeling it. I'm vibing. You know, like it was great. I also really liked the chorus in this song a ton. I'm almost pretty sure they switched up like the pacing halfway through the chorus, where like the first part of it's like a little bit like more vibey, and then they hit you with like more like tempo towards the latter half of the chorus, which I don't think, to my knowledge, any group that we've listened to thus far has done something like that. So I think in terms of production, I think they just keep elevating and evolving, and like with each song I'm just like I pick out little things. I'm like, I don't think any group has done this yet, whether you're a guys group or girls group. And I think I really appreciate the fact that they take so much care and effort into the way that their songs are written, where they're like where each individual member is placed. Because I think looking at them and having 9 members, I'm just like, if I was a producer, I'd be like, what the fuck do I do with all of you? You know, like there's so many. There's too like it's like the
Yes, they do
the
have
option
a lot
of
of
choice.
members.
There's too many there's too many choices. How much layering do we add? How much like where do we fit things in? And I don't think that, from what I can tell, I don't feel like the songs are like too much where there's like so many voices going on at the same time, but I think there's enough layering going on where you can be like, oh, I'm picking out this part. Oh, I'm picking out this part. That's really sick. Oh, I didn't hear that. That was really cool when I didn't hear that the first time around in the first part of the chorus, or like I didn't hear that in the second verse when they did something different. I think there's a lot more like, again, when you have a lot of members, I think there's a lot more moments for like ear candy where you're like, oh shit, this is cool. I like that. I didn't really think about that.
Funny you say ear candy, because I was going to mention one of my favorite producers on this track, who's a JYP team producer. So they work with ITZY and maybe even
Shoutouts.
Twice. Their name is Ear Attack.
Nuh-uh.
Ear Attack.
That's awesome.
One word.
Perfect name.
And I think J-Way Park also participated on this track, which adds to the cheese. I love that for
Always
them.
does.
Jeez. Let's go.
Always does.
But we are in the I am era, where they have 3 albums: I Am Who, I Am You, I Am Who, I Am Not, I Am You. Yeah. That started with District 9, but it's 3 albums, 3 EPs that all have different songs on them. And they were released like within the same year, I want to say. So the next song that we're getting to is also on the album From My Pace, which is one of my favorite songs of all time, and it's called Awkward Silence.
I know.
And this is where you'll get full cheese. Full cheese.
Full cheese.
I don't know if I know this one.
Oh boy.
I also have to ask Therese, since we're on here, what are your biases? Do you have a bias?
Oh yeah, Changbin is my bias.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Changbin #1. I really appreciate Bangchan because he makes a lot of their content so much more consumable, speaking English and engaging with the international audience.
All right. Well,
yeah.
I think we need to get into Awkward Silence. Like I was about to make it. So.
Yeah.
Oh.
일단 웃자 웃고 말자
That bass?
울다 웃음 엉덩이에 불러댔잖아 그냥 속는 다치고 웃자 너와 남을 비교하는 말들 에이 너의 맘을 몰라주는 말들 에이
그런 사소한 것들이 너의 소중한 하루의 총기분을 날릴 필요 없어 그럴 이유 없어 빨간 불 같은 정색은 멈춰 네 주변을 멈춰 세우지마 정적 이 흐르는 노잼의 시간은 솔직히 아깝잖아
Oh my god 쟤 좀 봐 기분이 완전 우울해 인상표 주름 생겨 에버렛 될라 모든 게 짜증 나게
Oh, falsetto?
Like awkward silence
깜빡이 지나가
갑자기 분위기 이상해질 필요 없잖아요
쿨하게 지나가
또 넘기는 게 맘처럼 쉽지 않지만 Baby 그 밝은 얼굴에 좀 더 유하게 갑시다 왜 작은 말 한마디에 또다시 갚은 사 기분 쌓 이제 필요 없이 그런 말들은 다 무시하고 이제 신경 쓰지 맙시다 에이 왜 또 그렇게 울상이야 우리 웃자 그러다가 주름 생길라 솔직히 웃고 넘겨도 하루하루가 부족할 텐데 좀 감정 갖고 장난하지 맙시다 Oh my god 쟤 좀 봐 기분이 완전 우울해 인상표 주름 생겨 애벌레 될라 모든 게 짜증나게 하지마 yeah like corporate time
That's awesome. That's so sick. That was great. Nice falsetto again. All right.
기분 안 좋으면 뭐 하겠냐 나가서 또 소고기나 사 먹겠지 배부르면 기분 좋다고 나가서
I
친구들이랑
actually love the intentional cheese.
기분 안 좋으면
Yeah.
뭐 하겠냐 나가서 또 소고기나 사 먹겠지 배부르면 기분 좋다고 나가서 친구들이랑 가로수길 라라라라 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 Everybody sing 라라라라 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 There you go mate 라라라라 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 Let me hear you say 라라라라 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 깜빡이 지나가 갑자기 분위기 쌓여질 필요 없잖아요 쿨하게 지나가 또 넘기는 게 맘처럼 쉽진 않지만 baby 그 밝은 얼굴에 어두운 표정 짓지 마요 안 어울려 괜한 가부사
Oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
They just seem like a lot of fun. That's what I got out
They're
of this.
so much fun. They're a little bit stressful. They're so much fun. You can tell in this music video, but they're very chaotic. And anything
I
they
love
do on stage and stuff, it's like, it gives me a little bit of anxiety because I'm like, oh my God, please don't break anything.
It's
But that's
chaotic
just like
good.
my auntie energy. Please don't break anything.
It's the chaotic good energy. That's what I feel, you know? Oh man.
Yeah.
This is great.
So
this is
yeah,
best,
so
best one yet.
obviously I was getting into Stray Kids sort of 2018 and really just through Spotify, through their recommended stuff because I was listening to BTS automatically. And when I saw this music video specifically, I was so on board. I'm like, who the heck are these kids? They are so funny and they know how to work a room.
For sure. Oh man, this song was awesome. I love the instrumentation of this track. I think that's what really sold me on it. Was just like so like funky, so riffy, like it just had that like fun like this song to me felt very much like a summertime song. Like you throw this song on, you like have your windows rolled down, and you're just like, you know, you're cruising, you're vibing, you're feeling, you know, and that's what I liked about it. The music video is also great. I just love their like goofball energy because I am very much a goofball myself, so I really enjoyed that. Especially the part where like one of the members like hits the camera and is like,
Yeah.
"Oh, sorry, sorry."
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was Bangchan.
Banchan. Shout out. I love that. That was great. And he's like, "Are you okay?" "Oh, okay, we're good." And then he cuts to the next part. And like, it's just them being like cheese balls. It's great. I love this. This is awesome. On point. Alex, you got anything?
I like the instrumentation a lot. It's very like bedroom pop.
Yeah,
Feel. It's got like a nice little bass line going on. It's fun.
Little
It
jazzy.
seems like I don't know who. I'm assuming they had their hands in the production on this.
This is another 3racha plus
Yeah.
Time is the other producer listed.
Okay.
But yeah.
It seems like
3racha.
whoever did like the instrumentation as far as like the actual instrument playing had a lot of fun with it. It's like
Yeah.
very riffy and very like
jazzy.
it's very fun. It's got like
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
jazz stuff going on to it. It's cool. And also, I just the vibes are good. It's just chill. They're having fun. It seems like they probably. I don't know if there's like a recording behind the scenes of this, but it seems like they're probably having fun in the studio with it, and the video reflects. So yeah, I thought it was cool. I like it.
I also love the falsettos. There's like a lot more like
Mm.
higher register stuff where I feel like Alex pointed out in the previous music video, I feel like there wasn't that moment where you're like, oh, okay, like there's some more like this one. I felt like it was more like direct, where they're like, okay, yeah, we can actually sing and we can sing like super well, so we're gonna do it right now. And then they hit you with like a crazy like higher range, like almost falsetto-y sort of part, and I was like, okay, okay, you can flex, you guys can flex, it's fine, it's cool.
Yeah, they're pretty good singers, even if they're not focused on singing. I did see this in concert. It involved some really cute chair or couch choreography, and
sick.
I will say, seeing their concert, because I saw this was in the District Unlock concert right before COVID hit, and I will say that their concert was so good that I was a little disappointed. Where like everything sounded exactly like the recording.
I think that's
And I could tell they were
positive.
singing, and it's a positive for sure. I could tell they were singing and rapping live for sure. It was impressive, but at the same time, I kind of wanted I was used to band concerts at that time,
Fair,
so I
fair,
was
fair,
like,
fair,
I
fair.
kind of want a little bit of like
Raw edge.
give and take. Yeah,
I feel that. Yeah.
this
They
was
were
a good one live though, for
They were
sure.
two
Everyone was
on
going
point.
crazy.
You're saying they were two on point. They were like so good that you're like, if I close my eyes, I would just imagine Spotify playing right now, but like in a stadium. Is that what we're getting at, Therese? Oh, I think we may have lost her. Oh boy!
Oh no, Therese.
Our only member that knows about Stray Kids, we're gonna be lost. We may be Stray Kids. That was a terrible pun. I'm sorry, guys.
Is she
Oh,
back?
Therese is back. Okay, thank God.
Sorry, I
I
don't know
was
what
like,
happened.
I just thought
You
it
were
was
gone for
great.
10
Phone got
seconds. You were
disconnected.
gone for
Man.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Brandon made a bad joke.
Yeah, I made a terrible
Great.
joke. It was great though, because it you know correctly named song, Awkward Silence. So there we go. Anyway, that
I
was
think the official name in Korean is something along the lines of crow tit, whatever. I don't know. It's a saying in Korean that I don't understand, but
it's
awkward
Awkward
silence.
Silence. There we go. That's
Okay.
what. Well, we crushed it on the Awkward Silence. So the next one is
Oh.
I Am You. So I think we should.
Yeah,
This-
we are about a quarter of the way through and an hour down. So let's roll into the
Let's
next
keep
one.
going. What's this one?
Alex is telling me to push.
I don't got
편이 돼줄래 발맞추면서 달리자고 We going side by side 난 너랑 같이 가고 싶어 약속해줘 See myself in you Stay together you and I you and I you and I 난 너의 곁에
Always 너와 같은 곳을 향해 가
너와 나 누구와 너를 유할 순 없어 Stay together you and I you and I you and I 난 너의 곁에
Always 너와 같은 곳을 향해 가
너와 나 누구도 너를 대신할 순 없어
Yeah. So it should be pretty obvious that was a fan song.
Yep.
But it was the title track for the last album of their series for I Am You.
It was good. I like this one. This one was definitely a little bit more like vibey. I appreciate the like almost, I guess, kind of like the like it almost gave me a little bit of like a 90s boy band kind of feel, like vocal.
I was gonna bring up it reminded me a lot of like a song Justin Timberlake would do.
Yeah, that's right. Like a NSYNC or like a Backstreet Boys kind of vibe. Yeah, it was on point. Alex and I are in the same wavelength tonight, apparently. But
I'll be
vibes.
honest. It's been a long time since I've listened to this one, and I have them in my rotation quite a bit. But it's a solid wrap up for their first journeys as idols and like finally connecting with their fans, and it's great for them.
Choreo was sick, though. I will say that on the song, I thought the choreo was really awesome. The way that they again do like, I know the production's gonna get a lot crazier and more out there, but I appreciate some of the, like the camera cuts, especially the one part where one of the members was like rapping and then it pans to them like turning over and they like literally like sit on the couch and all of them are like, yo, what's up, we're watching show. I don't know what show we're watching, but we're watching something, so I appreciate that. But yeah, the whole it was definitely like a nice vibe song. I don't think there was anything like crazy about it that I feel like Stray Kids have done for the songs I've listened to thus far. But I also feel like it's not like safe, I guess, per se. It's just kind of like, I feel like it's a very mid song. Nothing bad.
It might be a little safe, yeah. But that's fine.
적당히 할 거면 시작도 안 했어 중간만 갈 거면 시작이 반했어 적당히 했더만은 갓났다 중간만 가라면 난 가왔지 좋아질 안 보이지 고와질 잘 보이지 뭐 아니면 도겠지 보여도 나고 하지 아빠보다는 엄마보다는 아빠 고를 수 없잖아 마 둘 다 좋아 겨울에 입는 반팔 여름에 전기장판 굳이 꼭 그래야 함 적당히 좀 해요 XOXO 밖에 몰라 AOXOX 결국 Whether feeling hot or cold Stray kids going fast or slow
I would love to pick the brains of the people in the back.
riding around.
잘해 go up or down 중간은 없어 노력해 밑으로 가기 싫어 Stray kids on the block Body got it, oh my gosh Plus and minus 골라봐 연습하면서 힘 조절해 중간쯤을 찾겠지 해봐도 원하는 대로 원돼 극과 극 반대 둘 다 소화해 극과 극 반대 뭐든 이겨내 Whether feeling hot or cold Stray kids going fast or slow 난 극과 북극의 life 극과 극 Red light, green light, swag Fire, what's the man 남극과 북극의 life 극과 극 OXOXO 밖에 몰라 AOXOX 결국 Whether feeling hot or cold Stray kids going fast or slow 남극과 북극의 life 극과 극 쉽지 않네
Yeah.
What a bunch of goofs. I love it.
Ending fairy.
I feel like that's only right. You know, I have to, hit them with, respect.
Just a cute little good song.
That's
Damn
I
fun.
it.
definitely play this all the time.
Oh, it's a great song. I love this.
Yeah, I don't have too much to say. Obviously, like they're just having fun with it. The lyrics are like, kind of funny, playing off of just having fun. I love the casual rap style that is like throughout the
Yeah.
entire song.
It's chill.
like very no one's aggressive, no one's like trying to do too much like rhythmically. It's all like very laid back and like riding the beat. It's really really cool. It like works for everybody. Almost I think really
All of 'em.
everybody raps
Yeah.
in the song.
Yeah.
And it works for everyone really well.
Cruise control, baby.
Yeah.
Even-
Well, one of my favorite rappers in the song is IN, who's the youngest, and he does the no oh ma. And it's just
Yeah.
like kind of like it's like a little bit flat, but I like it. And they use really good auto tune all the time. They use it properly.
Shout outs to Pringle Lady. She said, red light, green light, swag. So, there you go.
Red light, green light,
I
swag.
love that. That's awesome. Yeah.
I heard Skiz too.
Oh my god, we love Skiz right now. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
No, I thought this was great. I think a lot of these like the street videos or like when they do like the more like not like high budget, high film music videos, I'm like so down with those because I feel like you get such a better perspective of the groups and like it just looks like they're just having fun. It's just like that's some like wholesome energy at its finest. So I gotta say I love that. But like beat super hard. I actually really enjoyed the beat a lot in this song and the way that like it kind of stutters with like some of the rap parts. I thought that was really well done. But yeah, everybody crushed it. It was great. I was vibing.
Yeah, Therese has said in their lives that they do start with the beat when they're writing songs most of the time. So
That makes sense.
That one for sure. Great snippet. All right. Now we are in the Clay era.
I don't even know.
CLE. Clay.
What is this next song, Therese?
Oh boy. What is this
you are in
next
for
song? This is the Stray Kids song.
The
of
Stray Kids
its
song.
century. I mean,
okay.
in my opinion, I love this. I loved it more than God's Menu. It's like it's got a grip on my heart. I do look out for this song every single concert of theirs I go to. I'm like, they got to do this one.
Pringle Lady said she's grabbing her Nachimbong. I don't know what that is. No idea.
I think that's the light stick.
light stick,
Their
okay.
light stick is. They have a really cool light stick. I wish I had one. It's a compass and it spins inside. Because they're stray kids. They need a compass.
That's kind of dope. I like that. That's a dope concept. And the song. What song is this one?
Miroh.
Miroh. Okay.
Which is, by the way, I have considered getting a dog so many times, and I said that if I get a dog, I would name him Miroh.
Miroh. You had to say it just like that. You gotta say it just like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Miroh, come here. You start eventually just turning into
Anyway.
Australian. So, Miroh.
I'm so ready.
Now I can't
I'm so
say
ready.
I can't say it normally now. All right. Anyway, I'm just gonna go. Miroh.
Welcome to the stage.
Miroh. Energy. Energy. No, I'm sorry. That was different.
Energy.
Energy.
That song hits. That song hits.
Oh
That song
my
hits.
God. Oh God.
That chord.
That's
Well,
crazy.
Teresa broke the challenge, so guys, you know what to. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You know what to do. Let her know in the comment.
That means I'm off the crew.
Yeah. Nah, I'm just kidding.
It's impossible. It's impossible not to dance. It is the song that will always get me up off my ass. If I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling unmotivated, this is the song that will absolutely
The happy
change my
song.
entire
I got
mood
you.
around.
I got you. Vibes.
Yeah.
I could tell because that like as soon as I was like because you guys were setting it up and I was like I'm like it's probably gonna be good, right? And then I genuinely was shocked.
Good.
I was genuinely shocked because like it starts off a little slow and I'm like okay, oh you know I'm like something's gonna happen and then I could feel like the build up and I was like oh god I'm like they're gonna do like the fucking like Bane, they're gonna take Batman and just fucking break me over their knee like Bane, and that's what happened.
What's crazy
exactly
is
what
like
happened.
they do such a good job of that rap verse that builds up to the first chorus. Does such a good job of like hyping it up even more because it's like it's a really fast, aggressive rap verse, and like it's speeding up the whole time and it's like building in the back.
Yeah.
You're like, where are we going with this?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
like are we... something's about
So
to happen.
good.
And then like the release of the chorus, it's so good. It's like high energy. The choreo is really fun. It's really easy to follow along to, which is awesome because everyone can do, you know, I can't do it.
Come on, Alex, do it.
Set up. No. I refuse.
Oh shit.
But it's really easy to like follow along, and then the whole like stray kids who
yeah, and
gets
then
you
it's like,
hype.
bum, 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 bum.
Makes you want to just like bat your chest like a gorilla. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I feel like you spoke to Therese when you said that.
Put me in the zoo.
Yeah. No, energy was
Monkeys
great.
together strong.
Yeah. Let's go. No, this was great. I really will say that the delivery to the payoff is so gratifying. I think that was like that's what I realized the most about like a lot of Stray Kids stuff. And again, I'm sure as we go further along, I'm gonna keep going along more and more. But yeah, this was the setup.
Yeah,
the way it was laid out was great. Oh, crushed it.
What's crazy is that it never gets worse.
What is bad song?
Yeah.
Stray Kids doesn't know.
Song, like this song on its own like stands so well. Like over time, you know what I mean? Like this is a pretty old song, and I guess in the grand scheme of Stray Kids music.
Yeah,
right?
4 years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It holds up so well, even though like this genre of music isn't like what's popular right now. Like this kind of like big house, I would call it.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of the stuff you would hear at that time at like I don't know, your Ultra Music Fest. And
I was
stuff,
gonna
like,
say it
like
felt
big,
very ultra.
big room
yeah.
house.
Yeah.
It's very like EDM stuff.
Bum,
It's not
bum,
really,
bum,
like,
bum,
what-
bum, bum. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not what most groups are doing now, other than I don't know, like Everglow or something. But
Shout
Right.
outs.
it
Shout
holds up
outs.
really well just because like the energy is there, and like the hype is there, and it's so fun. Like also like the video itself is also really cool. I don't want to not talk about the video.
Yeah.
Specifically, I love the scenes where they're kind of like some of them have they're wearing like mostly black and they have kind of like some vibrant color. It's like the flash mobby kind of scenes where they're in the street, and a lot of them seem like they're filming on like handy cams. Like that's the angle. Like they're kind of in a crowd of members and people that are wearing like ski masks and stuff, and it's just like a lot of like selfie cam or handy cam footage, and it just looks fun. So that just adds to like the light. Like the song makes you smile, the video makes you smile, like everything in it, and then like you see the handy cam footage of them having fun, and you're like, oh, it's all good vibes. So
You're feeding off
true.
their
As
positive
hard-
energy. Yeah.
As hard as their beats go, all of their song is so lighthearted.
Yeah.
Like these are not diss tracks. These are just like
yeah.
hanging out with my bros tracks.
Pull up with the bros. Yeah. Shout outs. This is great.
Yeah, the choreo video I definitely have watched a handful of times of this. It's really fun.
I'll have to watch it in my
I
free
love
time.
the specific one part. I think, if I'm remembering correctly, I
변한다 백날 외쳐댔던 내가 왜 주변 상황 따라 수도 없이 변하고 있는 걸까
그냥 툭 건드리고 지나간 사람이 누구냐에 따라 왜 내 반응도 달라질까 난 또래가 좋아 리듬 타던 곡에 남들 따라 리듬 타게 돼 이런 다시 한번 달라질까 머리 up down
세상이라는 날라가리 비집어 삼켜 널 많이 먹은 나의 전용기보다는 걱정 다 변해가고 있어 1부터 10까지
I
모두
like this call and response. This is sick.
내 의지와 상관없이 올라오는 부착용 아차구나 이상해 왜 초점이 흐려 왜 안 끝나 불안한 소리가 계속 들려
여기서도 난 계속 백이 넘쳐 다 이겨낼 거라미 졌어 기도 이제 못 버텨 너무 쉽게 봐서 더 아픈 걸까
머리 아프다
On point. On point.
banger.
Yeah.
If you're sleeping on side effects, wake up.
Yeah, Pringle Lady was going crazy. and
Pringle Lady
I
was
get
popping
it.
off. Respect.
Yeah. So, oh, there's lore, I guess. They're making up because they had some drama in between.
Oh.
In the music video, I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's cute.
Okay, so yeah, Pringle Lady said, I'm obsessed with side effects and it gets so much hate, lol. So referring to that, you heard Miroh. You heard Miroh. That was a
Miroh.
hard song to follow up.
I was gonna say, yeah, they really set the
Yeah.
bar high.
Well,
Yeah.
As good as side effects is, it did get less response from other people
That's fair.
because it wasn't Miroh, and that's understandable, but I think it is still a very good song. I think it might
yeah.
be a little more one note, but that's kind of just the essence of the genre they were using. So
I
love
kind of
it.
I want to say I disagree that it being one note. I don't think it's particularly one note. I like the fact that again you've got like this really driving like sub bass and like kind of like more of an EDM kind of push, but then they sprinkle in like some jazz and like lo-fi elements that I feel like they haven't really done in previous songs that we've listened to up until this point. So I think there is like, I think musically they definitely took a different turn, and with Miroh, I'm just gonna say it like that. I don't care. Fuck you guys. I think musically that is a fantastic song. It's got great like starting off, and then the payoff is great, and then just the song continues on in that sort of like up and down like roller coaster fashion, where I feel like this one maybe isn't as much that, but I think they're a little bit more subtle with how they go about doing kind of maybe more of the roller coaster effect that doesn't have as much impact that I feel like Miroh had.
Okay,
you know?
yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Either way, I
Not
love
to
it.
shit
I
on you,
did.
Therese. That was not the point.
No, I totally get you're making a good point that I agree with. But I did try to, when I was first putting this playlist together, I didn't have this music video on here, and it was because I was looking for a live stage because I prefer the performance with the full choreo because it's so cool. And I was kind of hoping I could find like a combination stage to combine some of the title tracks because they have a lot. They make a lot of music. Yeah. But I'm glad that we saw it. I do think it's very bright. It's a very bright music video for one of their darker songs.
Choreo is actually really
sick
on this too as well. Not to cut you off, Therese.
Yeah. It is. No, you're right. I love their sequentials when they're literally making like strobe effects with their arms. It's
they're
crazy.
yeah. Did this. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I'm like, wait a second. It's actually.
Please go watch the performances.
I will say, I think this song hits harder in like a performance video setting.
Yeah.
But that being said, avid fan of side effects here. I think I might have been the one to message you and push for this song.
Yeah.
If that was,
it was a good move.
Let's
it was
go.
a good move.
Because I mean, I get why people would be. I understand. I think why some people might have been let down or maybe a little put off by this coming after Miroh.
I'd also agree
because of the genre change, right? Because obviously, like Miroh being like I don't know, your EDM big house kind of song, it's just going to have high energy and like a very like positive, energizing feel to it. Where this song, it's obviously like a different style of EDM, I guess, like a
kind of, yeah, I would agree with that.
Different EDM genre they're going with, where it's just like it's darker. I mean, it's very like bass heavy. Like the bass is like the main instrument, especially like the
modulation. Yeah,
the chorus is like it's just like a weird filtered modulated bass, which does really well in a performance setting when you can see their choreo properly, and when they're on stage when they have the lights that are helping with like the strobing effect. And I think as like a package, when you see the song performed with the choreo and like the light show how it's supposed to be, I think this song probably sits above Miroh for me in a performance setting. But I
that's
think
fair.
if I'm watching them back to back how we are right now, then I think Miroh is just like one step ahead in the way that we're viewing them. So
That's fair. I think there's kind of like, I think there's both sides of the coin. I will go watch the live version, so after this I'll probably go stay up and watch that. But I think anytime and whenever I think of a band or like a group and they have one song that's just like absolutely stellar, and then they have to have another song that follows their like absolutely stellar song, it's always going to be difficult. I think you're always going to have fans that are like, why don't we have another Miroh? Like why can't we do it? Like what's wrong? And I think that's kind of like, again, why I feel again, listening to them both back to back, I mean, I like both for different reasons, but I think that like from like a MV standpoint, Miroh was obviously super hype, really energetic, and I can understand why people enjoy this. But I think Side Effects gave me that like real subtle approach that still had like the Stray Kids like formula to it. That I'm like, okay, I like this. This is different, but isn't like way out of pocket where I feel like some bands are like trying to do something where they're like, we have to hit the complete right hand turn or we have to hit the complete left hand turn after like a song that we do that is just so like polarizing in that way. So that's my 2 cents.
I think it speaks a lot that you are able to identify the Stray Kids formula now, because they are one of the groups that most definitively had their sound down, and I think it comes with Three Bracha producing music together for a long time, so they already knew what direction they wanted to go, and they were willing to grow as humans as they did it. But yeah,
I want to say, like, credit to Stray Kids where it's due.
Yeah.
That for a song like Miroh, which was, I think, for me at least when it came out, it was like, oh, this is like peak Stray Kids. This is like as good as it gets. Credit where it's due. I think a lot of groups struggle for a lot of their career trying to live up to whatever their like quote unquote peak song was or quote unquote biggest hit is, and some get there, some don't. But a lot of groups end up kind of like going, I don't know, sometimes years of their career just like trying to chase after like the hit they made or like chase after like their peak. For me, I guess this is all personal. Or maybe I guess it proves in the numbers. I've seen their sales numbers lately; they're crazy. But clearly, it's not the case for Stray Kids. Clearly, like they hit a high with Miroh, and then like
they kept going
more. Yeah, they kept going and kept pushing, and like some of their newer songs. I'm not familiar with too many of the newer songs, but some of the songs after the Clay era are crazy, or like even higher for me. Like Miroh isn't even my favorite song.
They're still evolving as producers and songwriters, and it's really cool to see.
Still cooking.
Very cool. Very just want to give them their flowers for constantly seeming to just keep pushing and not and it seems like they have no sign of peaking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The chefs are cooking, and we love that.
There's no plateau in your sight.
Pringle Lady said that they did cut some of the choreo out of the MV. And it's one of your songs that's one of your favorite songs. That's why you talk so much. Don't apologize for talking too much in the Twitch chat. We need more engagement, more live engagement. If you want to join us in the Twitch chat, we go live on Wednesdays, usually around 8 p.m. on Audio Addiction's Twitch.
Woo!
And
you're here on.
Yeah. It's better to have people here now so that they can help like correct us if we're wrong or filter us through.
Correcting us live is way more helpful than correct us in the comments. But
or correct us in the comments and just leave us like a memoirs of a geisha in the comments. You know, I need to see, like,
honestly, I read one of the ones on Card. That was so helpful.
The Card ones. Shout outs to the people who came to Card. That was great. Yeah, they really
the hidden cards.
We love cards. We love it. But I think we should move on to the next one, which is Levanter. Is that?
So. Wait, that's not in the right order. Can you? Sorry.
Oh no. Which one is it?
Okay,
Double
double
knot?
knot should be before Levanter. So let's go into double knot and then back into Levanter.
Okay.
This was
double knot. Double knot. Hey. Ka, 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 ka. Hey. Ka, ka. Double knot.
Oh, that's fantastic.
good stuff. Yeah.
Woo!
Another great choreography
Oh.
song.
No, I keep every video we watch, somewhere like around the middle of the video, I keep thinking to myself, like, show more choreo, show more choreo. Like, I need more choreo shots. And then I remember, like, oh, there's dance practices and performance videos, and this is supposed to be like a cinematic music video, blah blah blah. Their choreo is so
Yeah.
good. I just want to see more of it. It's so annoying. And because I've seen the dance practice for this, it's like, I know this part is good. Please show me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what Prinkle Lady said. She said, also this in all capitals, dance practice. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to watch this one too.
Pretty much, Stray Kids is one of those groups that I always look at their stage performances while they're promoting because it's so good. It's so much fun.
This song hits.
I did like the song. I was still riding on the Miroh high, so it wasn't as high for me, but I still really like it. I love all of these songs way more listening to them now after they've been living in my head for years. So
It's fun. The
Rent-free.
production
Yeah.
is really sick. The production's fun.
Oh, it's so sick.
Like, It's obviously like, I don't know, a trap EDM kind of style, like your hype trap song.
Yeah.
I
I
think
do
it.
remember. Oh, continue.
No, go ahead.
I do remember when this, by the time this song, because it released as a single first, it came out, people were kind of getting worn on Stray Kids. Like they already figured out the formula. They knew how all of the beats were gonna go. Like they knew and this was also in the time of like all the boy groups were going hard with their music. So it was um, kind of, I guess, people found their little outlets, so they decided they didn't want to listen to Stray Kids anymore. This was kind of where the hype was getting lower. And I was disappointed because I'm like, man, can't you see they're still making great music? But I do remember like a couple of other people that do reactions, they were saying like, this isn't my favorite. No, I don't know.
It's
And
interesting for me.
Yeah.
and it's everyone's opinions, right? But I was really surprised to see some of the reactions from people that were on board with Stray Kids before. But that was the last music video we'll be watching with all 9 members. Around this time, there was Korea's own version of the Me Too movement, where a lot of people were coming forward and saying like, so and so male idol was being rude to me or inappropriate towards me. One of the rumors going around was of one of the members, Woojin, who was also coincidentally the main vocalist. Yep, that's right, Pringle Letty. We're getting into it. It's fine. Yeah. I won't say too much about his the accusations that went on around him because they
Fair
were
enough.
never proven, as far as we know. There was even he joined another label. He's making his own music now, but it was unfortunate that he ended up leaving the group because he was their main vocal, and in my opinion, he was a very good vocal. So after he left, it wasn't sure what direction their music would go, if they would have less vocal parts or if
Sure,
the other
yeah.
members would step up to the plate. But yeah, the next music video they released after this was for a B-side called Astronaut. That only had 8 members. And I think for that release, they changed the logo because you'll notice Stray Kids. I don't know if you could see it on my hat, but the logo was written by Bangchan. It was just his handwriting. And he
Oh.
wrote it so that the S looks like a 9. But now they only have 8 members. So he tried to rewrite the logo to make it look more like an 8 for Astronaut and part of Levanter, I think. That didn't stick because this is a really good logo.
I was gonna say,
I love
yeah.
this logo.
It's kind of hard.
Yeah, but the members were acknowledging that they were only 8. They did hint to a couple of things that happened in their lives and stuff, but I don't know if we'll ever get the full story. So, yeah, we'll continue on with the 8 members. I don't know if you've picked biases by then. I know there's a lot of them.
I think I'm still the very still out. I feel like I gotta tear through more of it, but I'm really enjoying it. I genuinely I think they were one guy group that everybody was like, you need to check out. So I think for me it's like being cool to go through these songs, and again going from like pre-debut to obviously we have a lot more to go, but I think for me it's cool to see how much of a progression they have made in just a short amount of time, as really I feel like instinctually knowing their sound
it's raining or it's snowing. All of my problems growing smaller when I'm way up here. Any illusions I had left about to disappear. This is the end of the road. I'm running up for you.
Ooh, some falsetto.
'Cause it's the darkest of all before the dawn. I wanna be myself. I don't care. Yeah, I gotta be myself.
Why did I not know Han can sing this well?
Han's
How did you
crushing it.
not?
I just thought he was a good rapper.
To move on, I think it's time. It's all good now.
Little guitar solo. All right.
I wanna be myself. I don't care. Yeah, I gotta be myself. Just don't care. And now that I left it all behind me, I'm flying high. I'm flying high.
I'm not gonna lie. I have to say, their style is on point in this music video.
Nice.
Fashion game on.
You're gonna
lock.
get that ruffle neck sweater, yeah.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Yeah, give me that shit. Be like the
All right.
1850s.
So,
old times.
very interesting choice after. Well, this song was already written when they lost their main vocalist, but you could tell those kids stepped up to the plate.
Yeah, they're like,
crushed
hey, are you guys worried about us not being good vocalists?
I'm gonna prove you wrong.
We're gonna show you something real quick.
Yeah.
God, I feel stupid. Why? Maybe it's because I never.
I think it's
don't
funny,
know.
but it makes sense knowing that you kind of dropped off after which song again?
Probably around this time, I'll say like the last
Oh, okay.
comeback I was really like involved in, like paying a lot of attention to was God's Menu.
Okay.
But I guess I also don't pay a ton of attention to music videos, so I don't always know who's singing. I always just
True.
sort of assumed it was like IN, Sungmin,
Oh, okay.
Bangshan. I just never, because I assume like when I see Changbin and Han rapping, they get like so much rap time and they're so good at it. So to see Han be really good at singing too is like, holy shit. Why did I not know this?
He's freaking good at pretty much everything.
It's their all-arounder.
It really came through. It really came through during their Kingdom performances, because they really had to flex their vocal skills up against like Icon and stuff. So, yeah. Yeah, Pringle Lady is referencing the song that they did in Kingdom, I'll Be Your Man. And everyone pretty much at that moment, they were like, holy shit, Han can sing? And
They all did the reactor's face. They're like,
They're on
Yeah.
me right now. Everyone else, everyone
Alex
watching
was-
is me right now.
Alex hit the react
I was
face
over
real
here
hard.
like, what?
I'm over here
What?
like surprised Pikachu,
Alex was like-
realizing
Alex was like-
Han can sing, losing my shit.
You really
that
did.
Man,
That was
there's
good
two
times.
things I've learned so far in this dive we're on a journey with right now. Is one, Han can fucking sing,
Yeah, crushing it.
and two, Hyunjin can freaking rap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've always had these talents. So
Let's go.
Yeah, well,
It
I've
was-
always
I
been a
get
little
you.
casual, so
I
hey,
get you, because when I got into them, it was purely through Spotify, so I didn't know any of
Yeah.
the members. I didn't know that Felix looks like a freaking cat that you found under a gutter, that you washed off with Dawn soap, and then his eyes came looking up at you like me.
Oh my god. I should have not drank water at the time. That was a bad choice. That was a bad choice.
That was not a roast. I love Felix. He's
I know.
so
I know.
cute,
but that
so
hurt- that
so
hurt my chest.
beautiful, beautiful,
Actu-
beautiful man.
Actually hit my chest.
You won't find me simping them though, because they're younger than me
Yeah, we can't simp them
by a
yeah.
bit.
Can't definitely not simp them. I will say I think my bias is Changbin though. I think
Nice.
locked it in.
Yeah.
Changbin. I love
baby
his
bias.
I love his rap style. I think he's just got a really unique tone that again, keeping with my trope on the channel, is I love the rappers, you know what I'm saying? So but I also enjoy Felix a lot. I also feel like he's really great. I love his, like, again, the low end of his voice. I think that's very iconic. So I would say those two right now.
You can tell he gets the killing parts almost every time, and there's a reason.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
Before this song, I was on the fence. Han Hyunjin, I don't know. I gotta say it's gotta be Han.
Oh,
nice.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
알고 보니 말한 기억도 안 나는 건데 왜 자꾸 다 안 된다는 건데 지나간 과거 신경 꺼내 This is the new generation go away Gold days Gold day Whoa Gold day Whoa Gold day Whoa Gold day 어차피 올해도 끝났는데 나 때는 말야 그만 좀 해 더 이상 참기가 힘들어 Gone days 걱정돼서 그러는 거야 그래도 한번 믿어줘 차가운
That's a little build up, alright. Man, do they not
Yeah.
know how to release a bad song? This is
No,
also
they
great.
don't.
This is also great.
This was
What the
this
hell?
was an original Bangchan. He was the only one that worked on this track in Three Racha with the producer Trippy.
It's great.
And
Yeah.
I was looking up a little bit on this song too while it was going. Also, Geary Boy,
Oh, yes.
which is sick. Geary Boy is a really, really good Korean rapper.
The one thing that you'll notice is that Bangchan is friends with literally everyone in the industry. So
Yeah, he's
they
got
got
that
good
Aussie
connections. Yeah, they
might say I
they
have
got good connections.
Yeah.
I did look up because you'd mentioned like the play on words. I looked it up real quick. So Gondes is a play on the word on the Korean word konde, which is like slang that describes somebody who uses their older age or their status to insist superiority, and enforce outdated ideas.
Yep.
Respect.
So
That is what the internet is telling me.
it makes your wheels turn a bit because, well, and I had followed Got7 before them, and I had seen specifically what JYP would say about the songs that JB would produce. He doesn't hold back, and he very much thinks that his opinions are the most trendy. I don't know if they're talking about JYP. They could be talking about someone completely different, but I'm sure that they get the same exact flack from the team of like, well, you need to make it trendier, or you need to make it more like something other people will listen to. But this is definitely their song that was like, no, we're going to keep making our music the way that we want to make our music, and put their foot down.
I mean, even in the lyrics, the lyric is, "This is a new generation. Go away."
Yeah.
Like, let me take the lead. Yeah.
I will also say, I mean, given their trajectory as a band or a group, I mean, more specifically, I mean, I mean, clearly you're doing well for themselves as a group.
They're doing something right,
I mean,
yeah.
Like,
and nothing against JYP, because he's still plenty successful. Like, he makes some great
yeah,
songs.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stray Kids was very like defiant as a group,
that.
and I really respect that. I think it really added to their to them. They even today. I'll bring it up now because Bangchan used to have a weekly cast of like live cast of just like reacting to music videos and stuff, and he says the like one tiny little thing that doesn't reference anyone in particular, and it gets a whole fan war started, and now he can no longer do those lives. So
that sucks. I loved that.
I know.
I loved when I would see like highlights or clips on YouTube of like him reacting to like this niche girl group that I listened to's B-side or something, and I'm like, oh my god,
yeah, like
so
he
cool.
listened to Pixie.
Yeah,
he would like react to stuff.
Oh my god,
and
we did that.
It was really
Bangchan,
cool.
come on the show. Let's go.
he's a man of the people.
Let's go. Come on the show.
Bangchan is actually a man of the people.
Let's go. Come on to the show.
It was called Chan's Room. It was in its like 100th episode. It's great. Anyway,
look, Chan's Room.
We can go on to the next song.
We can 2.0 it. Come on, let's do it. We got it. You know. I guess I'll speak on the song real fast. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed the kind of like, again, I feel like they find a way of incorporating some like interesting like jazz kind of like indie sort of vibes into their music in some ways, like especially some of the more like songs I was like, okay, you can have like, I think it just shows off their diversity as a group, because you can have one song that's just like real like EDM, real high energy, like really punchy, and this song is like really just has a lot of great vibes to it. But I think musicality wise, it's such a like thing where like me as a musician, I'm like, yo, this is sick. I love that they're using a lot more like jazz, like 7 chords, or like they're using something where like I'm distinctly picking it out, and I'm like, this is really sick. I love the writing style of this, and I think it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't stray away from what they make internally, like music wise. Like it definitely has the like Stray Kids seal of approval, but I also think like musically they're pushing things that I know they can do well, but I appreciate the fact that they're giving like spotlight to like something that I wouldn't inherently think is Stray Kids particularly, but they do it so well that it's like I'm almost like, well, they do this well. This has got to be like a Stray Kids song. There's no way. And then I'll listen to like the EDM club banger thing that they do, and I'm like, that's also a Stray Kids song. So like, what do they do? And they just say yes, and that's what they do, and I love that. That's awesome. So killer. So that would be.
And I also appreciate, even though they're down a member, you can see a lot of other members getting a lot more screen time, which is great. So yeah, you got to see a lot of Lino in this music video, which is interesting because he's usually their main dancer. So there wasn't a lot of dance in this, but he's got some good vocals.
He's holding it down. Holding it down. Yeah. We love it. We love it. But guys, if nothing else, we'll move on to what's the next one, Therese?
This is another mixtape track, but this one did make it onto an album. It is written by Changbin. So
Ayo.
You'll probably like it.
I probably will.
And it incorporates a lot more acting.
Let's go. All right.
A little less cheese.
This is On Track.
너에게 돌아가는 길에 막혀가 끊겼다 조금 더 서두를 건 이유에도 이미 늦었다 하늘은 아직 파란데 왜 내 모든 게 흐려져 흐릿한 시야 속 너만 선명하게 그려져 그게 내가 이 못난 자존심 좀 버릴걸 이제서야 왜 기회 놓쳐버린걸 어떤 이유에서인지 나가서지 못한 내가 너무 밉다 어떤 일들에서라도 이 상황을 막았어야 했는데 가지마 떠나지마 뒤돌아봐줄 집에 가지마 여기서 좀 더 멀어진다면 나 혼자 무너질지도 몰라 이건 바보라도 알아 너만 한 건 내 기억야 다시 널 향해 one more step I will never stop 돌아서면은 안돼 내가 바보라서 알아 너 없이는 살 수 없다 다시 널 향해 one more step
dudes you see in this are Hyunjin and Lino.
Lino.
Hyunjin, he's got the very like cat-like face that a lot of people reference ITZY's Yeji. Yeah, they look pretty similar. So yeah, good acting from them. It kind of put me in my feels like back in high school, back when like, you know, you were fighting over some stupid high schooler that didn't end up becoming your true love, so it didn't matter.
Big suck.
But yeah,
this is good. I liked it. I think this one, again, very similarly to last one, like, it's crazy how diverse I think they are as musicians. Like, I think, like, what I realize a lot about doing these deep dives has been, like I used to write off K-pop music as, like, oh, man, it's, like, this really bubblegummy pop, like, shit, right? And now, like, actually listening to it, actually critiquing it, actually delving into it, I'm just, like, I'm so fucking stupid for saying any of that sort of stuff, because I think there's just this incredible level of musicality from not only the people who produce the songs, but I think also from, like, the groups. Like, I think, again, having not, like, 8 members, obviously, now, but, like, just having more than 2 members in a group, like, I find that it can be very difficult to have an identity musically. And I find that with a lot of the K-pop groups, the identity is formed pretty immediately, or it's formed very quickly after, like, the inception of the group. I think some groups wind up finding their footing, you know, depending upon whatever the timeline is. But I find that Stray Kids, and listening to them right now, and just, again, maybe only getting halfway through their, like, main MVs thus far, like, it really shows me the ability of them to pretty much put their stamp of approval on anything, and it's just going to come out as a Stray Kids song. And I think that that's the incredible, again, talent of them to be able to, like, have a song that's a little bit slower, a little bit more, like, tug at the heartstrings sort of song. You know, everybody's, you know, had someone they've been in love with, or, like, you know, wanting to be in love with, and, like, I think that speaks to this sort of song. But then you got, like, the high energy, like, hype songs that you're like, it just shows off their diversity as a group. So I think I gotta give it to them on this one. On Track was fantastic as well, so I like this one a lot. I really took up the whole spotlight in this one, so I'm if anybody else wants to say some shit, they can.
Well, I can't add much onto that. I just thought I sort of agree with pretty much everything Brandon said. It's a pretty nicely produced. I don't know. What would you say? It's kind of like a jazzy feel to some of,
like a jazzy kind of
like
pop,
the chord structure,
little lo-fi. Yeah, that's what I kind of got, which I love.
Yeah,
That's my vibe.
Yeah, I don't have much to add. I mean, the song is really nice on the ears, easy listening.
Yeah,
the video is I'm bad at following the plot of the video, but I feel like this one's pretty easy to follow along with. You know, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
It goes along with the music well, so I like it.
I'm really impressed with the vocals on this track. Not that they're, like, really beautiful, because they are, but I was impressed with the dedication they had in delivering some of those emotions. Like, they're literally yelling, like, I'm tantalized by you, blah, blah, blah. Like, and for most of the time that would be really cringe. But in this case, it's just, like, their style. So they can get away with it. And it just, you know, it makes it a little more intense than just having the piano in the back.
Yeah, I think it makes it feel, like, outwardly like wholesome in a way, where you're like, you know, you have felt that way. And obviously, like, maybe I'm reading into it a little bit, but I find that it's like you, like, would want to scream it, but you could, like, it's almost it's very evocative of that. So
very good at conveying emotions.
Absolutely, crushed it. But great, another great one. 10 out of 10. Pringle says Stray Kids can't do anything. I think that's what we've determined so far.
So this one, all premise, it's on their Go Live album. It is a Japanese release. Okay. I don't know if I I think this might be the Korean version, but Top was a Japanese release that was written for an anime. So you can tell they're doing good.
Tower of God.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. All right, I guess we'll play it. Meatball, you're
Good
gonna
show.
have to stay here. Oh my god. All right, fine. You can leave.
다들 말해봐도 대체 어디까지가 우리 한계 남들이 어디까지 가냐 묻는 단계 대답은 계속 변한 도처리 만들어내 위치로 대신 답의 끝이 어딘지 몰라 끝까지 갈 수밖에 불가능하단 말들 앞에 서로를 더 붙잡고 전부 헤쳐나갈게 눈앞이 막막해도 달려나가 수많은 싸움 절대 기권 안에 끝을 봐
끝을 향해서 올라가는 계단을 바라보며 우릴 수 있을까란 생각이 불안해져 수 없는 모험
클린이.
Tower of God. Never finished.
Nice.
But
I never started, but I appreciated that
the
they got
effort was
on an
there.
anime intro.
Yeah. They got like a couple of views off of me, so
There you go.
Job well done.
Wasn't all in vain.
This song reminds me, especially around like the chorus drop, of I don't know if anyone's familiar with Lindsay Sterling. Back in the day.
Oh god.
Where she used to do like all those like violin EDM drops and stuff.
Oh, now I can't unhear it. Huh.
How dare you?
I cannot unhear the song being like a Lindsay Sterling collab.
Like crystallized.
Yeah,
featuring
exactly.
Kids. Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Which doesn't take away from it. I still think it's an awesome song. It's really fun. that's just always going to be in my head, and I cannot escape it.
I can feel all the haters feeling the rage through their fingers in the keyboard warrior department. So get
I don't
ready.
have anything bad to say.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
love
joke.
Lindsay Sterling.
Back off, Brandon.
Whoa!
Jesus, back off.
I'm just kidding, bro. Chill out.
Jesus.
Wow, you got really upset. About that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Jesus.
They
I
also
didn't-
have an English
Trying to
version
get me
of
in
the
trouble.
song. I didn't listen. I don't think I know the English version that well, but yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. This released before God's Menu.
Oh,
And it was pretty hype. You could also tell. I'm so glad they did this particular video with just the choreography. You can tell how good of a dancers they are, and you can also tell how the choreo got a lot more into camera work because it was quarantine. So
great.
or it was
I was
actually
wondering,
top might have been before, but they did good camera work in it. Anyway,
that the screen they were. I'm assuming that's practical effects, right? The screen that was behind them, or like the.
yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
that's a JYP studio room.
Okay, because I was gonna say like the projection or like the screen in the back was really cool. The way it like added a lot of effects, and the way it showed or it casted like kind of shadow and changed the lighting of the room. I'm assuming it was actual, not CGI, and it was actual practical.
Yeah, it's like LED panels. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really cool touch.
TXT has another video like that. That if we ever get into them, I can't wait to show you guys. So cool.
Oh, God.
But
Let
yeah,
us know. TXT fans, let us know in the comments.
I
all
remember
right,
seeing
so
I remember seeing a Treasure video that had a giant screen. I think it might have been their debut.
Treasure's another good group.
I don't know. I forget. There was a Treasure video where they had a giant LED screen in the back, and it had like a big wave that like crashed down
Nice.
during the video. But it's like obviously a screen. It's like meant to be there as a screen, but it's really cool to see like a background that is physically there, but also just like a lighting effect or practical effect.
We'll
Just
see
a cool
this.
touch.
I will say the song was very good. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't know which member has like the really like ruby red hair in this music video.
That's Bangchan.
Oh, okay. I'm just a Bangchan
Yeah.
fan. Okay. I don't. No.
Nice.
I digress. I was gonna say I
Nice.
enjoyed his. I was gonna say I enjoyed his part, but I already know who it is. So respect. No, this song was really great. I love the energy of it, especially coming off the heels of more of a softer song. This one is like, again, the juxtaposition of how they kind of craft music. I think what I've noticed as well doing these deep dives is like some of the B-sides have been fun to break into as well, because like they're so vastly different or they might be similar to what is released, and that's fine too. But I often like when it's like the flip side and you have some like really incredibly like more emotive songs, and then you have songs like this that are just like rippers. Like you're like, oh my god, this has so much great energy to it. I love it. Like Pringle Lady said, seeing it live, the insanity, like I can only imagine this song just like pops off live. So like I feel like Stray Kids has this potential, like, again, live potential is just like S+ tier stuff, and then I think like their music is also like S+ tier. Like even if you're just like listening to it, I feel like they're the type of group that I could like throw on at the gym and just like get really hyped with. But also like if I want to have some like chiller, more softer songs, they've definitely got more like I could put this on and vibe out. So I love that. Very versatile. So
Very
definitely
good
stoked.
live. I've seen them twice in concert. I almost saw them 3 times because I went to an Atlanta stop that got canceled because some of the members got COVID. So I was in Atlanta in my hotel room, and I had to go back home without seeing them. And I had brought my friend with me who I invited to their concert the year before, and she was not into Stray Kids at the time. So she said no, and then she kicked herself for the rest of her life.
That's fair. I feel that.
And now she has seen them live, and we saw this song, we saw God's Menu, we saw everything. It's been incredible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. The next one we
Highly
have here is God's Menu. So
It is time.
It is time.
It is time.
I want to say that this is the song that that I heard Alex play, but I'm not 100% sure. So
It probably was.
Yeah.
Probably. If there's
This
any
will be-
song.
어서 오십시오. 이 가게는 참 메뉴가 고르기도 쉽죠. 뭘 시켜도 오감을 만족하지. 같이 지나가던 나그네 비둘기까지. 같이 뚝뚝뚝뚝뚝뚝.
I can't.
Banger.
Hot. That was so good.
It's
Oh
so
my god.
good.
What the fuck?
Ah.
I don't even want to know what the this just makes me think about all the other songs I haven't heard yet that I have to wait to listen to for a whole nother fucking week, you know? Like oh my god, fuck. I can't. This man. This might convert me into a boy stand now. Boy group stand. I'll stand this group. I'll for sure stand this group. This is a good one. Thank you, Therese.
It's so good. Stray Kids is so good. Definitely top 3 groups for me.
For sure. Oh my god. Like
they speak for themselves. I don't even need to show you these music
choreo,
videos.
like choreo, unlock, vocals, sick, beat, hard. Man.
Cooking like a chef, I'm a 5-star Michelin.
Yeah, as
I know,
Felix
that was
says-
a hard
as Felix
line.
says, a 5-star Michelin, as Felix says.
But isn't it's a 3-star.
Yes.
Don't ask,
They
don't
did
ask
not
questions.
know.
Don't ask questions.
They
didn't
address
know-
it.
As a amateur chef myself, I know that it's 3 Michelin stars and not 5 Michelin stars. So I kind of looked at it and I was like, I get it because it's like, I get it for the rap sense, but I'm like, realistically,
So-
it's supposed to be a 3-star actually.
So, their last album is called 5-Star. And they do go over the 5-star Michelin line in the Dive Studios podcast with Eric Nam.
Yeah, Pringle Lady just said
So, yeah. So, so they didn't realize at the time.
That's awesome.
there
That's
were
even
less
better. I think
than
that makes it
5.
more iconic, honestly. I love
think
that.
Yeah, and I take it like you could take it as, oh, I'm 200%. You know, it's kind of the same thing. Yeah.
That's, I mean, facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
respect that.
Yeah, they're so good that only they can get 5 Michelin
stars,
stars.
yeah.
Exactly.
They
Like, I
stole
don't know
2
what
from
Felix
someone
is
else.
cooking, but give him the 5
Yeah.
stars.
Man is
Give it
cooking.
to him.
Also, obviously, like, I think most people who are like in the know with K-pop or JYP know, but Brandon definitely wouldn't.
I know,
the
for sure.
The girls in this video are a Japanese group from JYP called Niju, Nizu, however you want to pronounce it. I think the Japanese is more like Niju.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're JYP's Japanese girl group. I think 9 members who went through like a survival show, who are very, very popular in Japan. Extremely famous in Japan. I think this was pre-debut for them and their first time being shown in like any official MVs or anything. So it's just kind of like a little, I think I'm correct, just kind of like a little shout out, a little inclusion,
A nod, yeah.
post,
And they do
them
that
making
too.
the final.
They've done that in other JYP music videos where they're like cameoing trainees that
That's
eventually
sick.
debut. You'll find the Everglow members in a GOT7 music video. So yeah.
Oh, give
I
me
didn't
to
know
me.
that.
I love Everglow.
Yeah.
Shout outs. Oh man, yeah, this is great. I think thus far, again, I don't know where we at in terms of catalog of like their music, like where we're stopped at.
We are in
maybe
peak
halfway?
quarantine. Peak
so
quarantine
we're okay.
is right.
So we're like 2020 ish.
Yep.
Okay.
Late-ish 2020.
If we're going like chronologically, we're probably about halfway through
Yeah.
Roughly. Yeah.
career
Ooh.
wise.
Cool.
And I think that's with like skipping a lot of stuff too, right?
We
we've
skipped a lot.
We've definitely omitted a lot of stuff. So
Oh man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Unfortunately, I would have put all of them in if I could.
We have a
I mean,
24-hour stream.
we always have we always have opportunity to go back and listen to other stuff.
We have a couple parts. We have a couple parts we'll
Yeah.
be doing. So don't, Pringle Lady, I want to give you a shout out. Thank you for giving me the follow. Go subscribe to the channel as well if you'd like. But yeah, this has been great. I mean,
Yeah.
I am full on a Stray Kids fan now. I feel like,
Easy.
welcome to the club, baby. But
The house sells itself.
I would pay extra money for this house. But they're like I said, I'm going to be beating a dead horse, but I genuinely think that they have such an iconic talent already, and we're halfway through, at least my listening experience for like the main MVs. So it only makes me more excited for next week's live stream.
Because it doesn't get worse.
Because I don't think, I mean, again, I haven't personally listened to it, so I'm going to trust Therese on this, but, like, I genuinely think, like, it makes me excited to listen to whatever's coming next because, like you said, there's something about this group that is inherently, they know what they want to do, they do it well, and, like, I think I'm just excited for them to kind of, like, push it that much more. Like, if you, like, each song, they're just like, we're just going to give you a little more. We're going to give you a little bit more. We're going to give you a little bit more. And, like, it's cool. It's very cool to see. And, like, for sure, I can see why they're very popular, certainly, as a group. Or at least becoming more popular, at least.
They're already there. They're already
I know.
popular.
Well, for me,
I think we are at the point where they are outvoting Army. So they're there. They're definitely in the top.
All right. Well,
they're pretty much just they're essentially just breaking their own records at this point.
Yeah.
that's fucking sick, though.
I will say, like, post God's Menu, we're sort of at the era where I start tapering off my familiarity with Stray Kids. there's definitely like I've probably heard at least most of the title tracks at least once.
Yeah.
But I probably haven't seen like any music videos. I don't really know any B-sides like past this point. So I'm
So,
also interested
Brandon,
to
if
see
you
more.
want to dive into the other music, then we can introduce it to Alex. And then yeah, he can be the know nothing K-pop stan.
Damn,
But,
you really are throwing him under the bus here. Oh.
No, just like that'd be fun. I think it's fun seeing people react if they haven't seen the music videos and stuff.
I mean,
so,
if you want to make him wait, that's up to you. I mean, that's up to Alex.
I think he's past the point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not
gonna go loud and
listen.
listen to it.
Pringle Lady has requested the song Easy, so I will add it to
Oh.
my playlist, hopefully.
I know that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's also on the Go Live album. The next big thing they did after God's Menu was they went on a survival show called Kingdom, where they went up against the top boy groups in K-pop. And
Shoutouts.
spoiler alert, they won.
Wow. Big surprise.
It really was
Big
not
upset.
a surprise. I think a lot of people expected it.
I know my boy Han carried that.
Ayo.
Yeah.
Ayo.
There were some really good performances. I will pick up the next Stray Kids 201 playlist with one of their Kingdom performances. So
Very nice. Well,
Yeah.
guys, thank you for joining for part 1. Don't be afraid. We are doing part 2 next Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So come hang out. Give us some more deets on Stray Kids, because shit, I don't know enough about this band or group, whatever. Band is my go-to thought because I interview live bands. But group, I'm excited just to see what's coming next. Like I said, everybody's been hyping it up, so I feel like my hype is justified. So I'm very stoked. And if you enjoyed this, like, comment, subscribe. It goes a long way. And again, thank you to my favorite co-hosts, Alex and Therese. They're wonderful. Give them some love in the comments, in the chats. I mean, honestly, I don't think I could do this without them, surely. So big salutes to them. And Pringle Lady, thank you for joining us. She said that not to hype it up, but Easy is literally my favorite Stray Kids song. LOL. And the Kingdom performance is
That's a good one.
2 thumbs up. So we're going to do it. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next live stream. Have a good night.
Thank you.